I Am, the Queen I Am with FELECIA Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. TQIAM inspires, uplift, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
Hi, how you doing? Good afternoon. I'm here to talk about some things. As you know, I am trying to share, life experiences with you guys and to let you know that, um, it's a better world out here. And I have a couple scriptures I want to share with you guys. But first, I want to tell you, I am from South and raised in the South. We used to say yes, ma'am, yes, sir. But these days, the children don't know nothing about that.
Right.
But I have the 10 grandkids, granddaughters, and 4 grandsons, and I'm truly trying to instill the good things in life. So I want to share scripture from Genesis 6. And it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. So what that is saying, God created the heavens and the earth so we can live good and not be in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And it truly looks like we're living in darkness because look at all the things that's going on in the world.
Right.
And it's truly not how God intended it to be. So we need to step up as parents and be parents. We can be friends with our kids, but we really truly need to give them guidance because this is not the way,
Right.
TikTok and all this other stuff.
Mm.
So with that being said, you don't have kids.
No, I don't have any children.
But do you see what I'm talking about as far as how the kids are really friends with their parents?
So it's crazy because, part of me always go the conspiracy route, but the actual facts is just even looking around how kids are with their parents, and even just in general how they act. I feel like a lot of things are going on now that even for my generation was like this is too much. They're exposed to more things that they shouldn't be exposed to. I feel like they're expected to grow up faster than they really should be. I've heard of kids in middle school and elementary school wearing lashes and wigs and why?
I know
So,
when Miss Cynthia was at the high school, it was a dress code, and now she's not there this year, and they said it's something terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, they getting away with a lot. So yeah,
Mm.
but the parents should pay attention to what their kids are wearing when they leave the house.
Right.
But most parents are letting the kids just do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about how girls need their fathers
Yes.
as well as their mothers. But if the fathers take time out and take the daughter on a dinner date if she's old enough so she can know this is how a woman should be treated.
Yes.
It'll help them when it comes down to having a relationship with a young man.
Yes.
So yeah.
I agree. Just want to add to that, like with me and my father's situation. Long story short, we didn't know that we were related until I was 17. Okay. But even at 17, he still took the initiative to be a part of my life and really like step up and be a father. If I have something that is going on and I need to call for help or even just call to talk to, like he would say all the time, it was hard for me to open up. And he was there even when it was just little things. And even just that at 17 and now I'm 28, I tell people all the time, like it's a world of a difference. Having your father in your life makes like there's things that you just don't realize or understand. You need to have that male structure just as much as your mother being in your life. So I 100% I agree.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's good stuff. So,
Yeah.
and then 6 and 3, I want to share with you. It said, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. So we're here in 2023, and God truly intended for us to live like holy and and living in the light instead of darkness, but we're living in darkness, and he's not pleased with it. Like I'll share something with my marriage, right? I tried my hardest to make it work, but you have others that's trying to interfere.
Right.
Just as much as you trying to make it work, you have someone trying to destroy it.
Right.
So that was my thing. You only can fight for so long. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's crazy too because you don't think about it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like as much as you want something, there's somebody else that's fighting for you to not have
Exactly.
that.
And
So-
then truly, because of that, don't expect that God is going to bless you with a marriage if you're doing all this stuff to ruin a marriage.
oh
So
yeah.
if someone desires marriage, they need to sit back and wait on the Lord and let God put whoever he wants to put in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we get caught up like we want that end goal so bad that we're just willing to accept whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, he half loves me. I at least know he'll feed me.
Yeah. Well, that's not how he intended it to
Yeah.
be. So we need to just sit back and wait on God, and he will put that right person in your life.
Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, let me see. There was a lot of things that I wrote down that I wanted to talk about because um, like I said, I have 10 granddaughters, and I truly want them to be on the right side and don't experience some of the things that I experienced in relationships,
Mm-hmm.
and just know when the time is right, God will put the right person in our lives and stuff like that. But yeah, so, and
Can I was gonna say, can I ask you a question?
sure.
So what would be some things that you feel would be like, okay, I think I'm in the right space or the right timing? Like what are some signs that we should pay attention to?
Oh, okay. So, what I pay attention to is if the person is a spiritual being, because I'm spiritual, and you have to pay attention if you guys are equally yoked and like the same things or have the same things in common,
Mhm.
because that you will bump heads with the person every time if you
Mm.
guys don't have things in common. So I look for the spirit of the person first, and then I'll try if he want to pursue a serious relationship. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That was
You're
I'm
welcome.
gonna be thinking about this.
Yeah. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to pay attention because you got wolves in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of those. But yeah, so I had shared something with my closest friend, and she was saying to me like, Felicia, I noticed you always pick up projects. And I used to be like, girl, you really don't know the half. It's not that I picked them, they picked me, and then I find out they're a project.
Yeah.
So yeah. But when I was young, I dated from one person from the age of 19 to my 40s.
Oh
So
wow.
when I decided to leave that relationship, I didn't know nothing about dating because I was with one person from the age of 19 to 40.
Wow.
So people was coming from everywhere, and it was like a bunch of wolves. Yeah.
I was waiting for you to be
Yeah,
single.
exactly. Be
Yeah.
free. So
Wow.
yeah, you got to watch for that. But these days, it ain't nothing. Mm-mm. I ain't seen a serious person in a long time.
What are some red flags? Like what are some
Um,
signs he's a wolf in sheep's clothing or she?
when you only could see what you guys are like behind your closed doors or in your space.
Mm.
When they don't want you to be in their space, you got to wonder, like, why is it that we're going everywhere but in your space, in your environment?
Mm.
Yeah, so that's a red flag.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Never thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta
So
see.
yeah, you don't meet the parents. It's like, you know, yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm an older person. I still want to meet your parents because it's generational situations
Mm.
that I've ran into as far as my sons as older men now. I'm looking at it like, wow, I experienced that with the father. Now, back in our day, the females would, get abortions or things of that nature. But these days, they're just having the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you don't want your kids to grow up like dating the cousin, or because that's really happening around here.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Niagara Falls is so small, you find yourself talking to someone. You're like, hold up, that's your cousin. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got to be careful of a lot in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely seen like I've seen it more on TV. I haven't really seen it in real life. I've
And
come
the
ac-
shows. Oh
Yeah.
my
Where they're
goodness.
like, "Oh, we were in love. We had kids together. We found out we was brother and sister." And it's like,
Mhm.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
it's this movie I watched. It was called Once Upon a Lifetime.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a good movie. The woman went from being there for the son, the 9-year old, to growing up. Like every time it rained, she went to a different age, a different stage. So she got to help everybody in the family.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a good movie.
Well, all right, I'm gonna have to
It's
watch it.
short, yeah. Huh? It's Once Upon a Lifetime. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tubi.
Tubi.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great movie. I would recommend kids to watch it as well because you will learn some each time the woman turned a different age. And I noticed like she just came out of nowhere.
Mm.
And that's because she was God sent. And
Mm.
so when it rained, you had to know that she was finna turn another age, So yeah, she helped the mother, the son, the father, the grandmother, everybody, and then she died. It was sad.
Oh,
But yeah, that
but
was
it's
a
a good
good
one.
movie.
I'm gonna have to check that out for
Hmm.
sure.
Yes. So yeah, and let's see. I was 6 and 6. It says, and it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart, in his heart. So, right now, do we think God is pleased with the way the world is? No, he's not.
Yeah, I don't.
He's not.
Yeah, I don't see him being very happy about certain situations.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And you see what's happening with the storms and God tearing is Mother Nature is
Mm-hmm.
taking control because it's truly just destruction in our lives, and He's showing it in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that or do you feel that there's a connection between the way that we act here on earth and how the earth responds and God? Like, do you think it's like
Mm-hmm.
a one
Mm-hmm.
connection?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's revelations.
Yeah.
It's coming to pass. Yep. Yep,
Yeah.
it sure is. He's showing us who's boss. Mm-hmm. Yep. And we just need to get it together. You know what I mean?
Mm. Like what can we do to get it together, I guess you would say.
You
Like,
see, when COVID came about, that
mm,
was time to clean up your act, clean it up. He shut it down for a reason so he can reconstruct everything. But a lot of people is not, you know, making it to church. You have the new people coming, but the old people, they just done got lax with everything.
mhm,
But no, he needs us all to come together and fight for what he wants,
right.
not what we want. He wants us to fight for what he wants.
Yeah.
So yeah. And it's a struggle.
Yeah.
It's a struggle. It
And
really
yeah.
is.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Like, I feel like it's one of those things where you want two things. Like I feel like you want to do things that please God for sure. I feel like it's naturally in us.
Mm-hmm.
That you just have that drive. Like you want to make sure you're coming correct.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, sometimes it feels overwhelming because you can't be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's like a double-edged sword because like, well, that's the whole point. You
Yeah.
need God.
Yeah. It is
you
like a
know?
double-edged sword
Yeah.
because the more you want to do right, the more the enemy is on your heels. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep reading the word and pray and seek God for everything you do.
Mm.
That right now, that's my struggle. Like if it don't happen, like when I needed to happen, I always gotta put my hands in. And that's not what he wants us to do. He
Mm.
wants us to sit back and trust him and know that he's gonna work it out for our good. But I always seem to want to put my hand in, and I'd be like, God, forgive me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So he's just wanting us to lean on him and follow his mind for our life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's something that, you know, I feel like it could be hard sometimes. Not because you like I for me it could be hard, but not because I don't trust God. It's just because I'm uncertain. Like I'm in a gray area. Like I don't know what God's gonna do, but I have to just trust Him, and I
Mm-hmm.
trust Him, but I'm scared, or
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scared. Probably not the best word. I'm anxious, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Um,
you have to have faith in everything we do. And me, I can have faith for everybody in this room. But when it comes to myself,
mm.
it's like that
Yeah,
mustard seed.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
But
mustard
for
seed.
everybody else, I'm like, oh yeah, God's gonna take care of that for you. But when it's my turn, it's like,
I feel like we could see God moving in other people's lives,
mm-hmm,
and like it's a beautiful thing because
mm-hmm.
then you're like, wow, like look how
When
much,
it's my turn.
man, yeah, what,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I'm so happy for people as they move up in life. And I'm like, okay, God, when is it my turn?
right,
You know, you can never be like unpleased that God is doing this for this person, that person, and then expect him to bless you.
right,
It works like, you know, it's got to be an equal playing field,
mm,
or you'll still be sitting back like, why is everything happening for this person and it's not happening for me? No, be happy for them and
yeah.
watch God do the same for you.
I feel like I've definitely been in that area, but then it's like as I'm watching other people
Mm-hmm.
going, and getting these different things, and then I'm like having these doubts for myself. Somebody else will come and be like, "No, didn't you just do this and this and this?" And then you're like, "I'm too busy focusing on
On other
you."
people
Yep.
that you didn't see your own blessings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can't focus on others. You got to focus on what's in front of you.
Yeah.
And heal. Yeah, little things is blessings. And you think because it wasn't $1,000,000, it's not a blessing. Any little thing that he do is a blessing.
Yeah.
Like one time I went to Tops to get gas, right? And so I wanted to save a few dollars. So I put in what I paid, and then it was like $5 came back to me. So as I'm pumping the gas, I'm like, looking away, and I looked. I said, "Oh, this meter's still going." I said, "Hold up, now I'm gonna have to give her this
Mm.
because of I tried to save it." And so when I go over to talk to her, because I just can't get in the car and be like, "Oh well, that's her fault," and get in the car and
Right.
leave. So I was like, went to the window. I said, "You didn't stop the pump." So she said, "Oh no, someone left a gift card here, and I decided to give it to you." I said, "Oh,
Wow.
thank you so much." I said, "God is gonna bless you because you blessed me."
Right.
And all day that day, things was happening like that, and I'm like, "Wow, the little things,
Yeah.
it counts." Yeah. So.
I think sometimes too, even like with that, it's like sometimes you are expecting the big wow,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it could just be like, oh, like your grandma or somebody cooked dinner for you that night.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't think twice about it, but like how many people go home and they don't have nothing to eat?
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we need to get out in the community and just grab the people and just talk to them. We used to pass out tracts and things. No, really. We did.
Yeah.
We need to do that again and invite the people to church because y'all already know me. I'm from the old school. So
Yeah.
I'm about grabbing them and bringing them. We
Yeah.
really need a church van as
Yeah.
well because my little car and all those grandkids. I need a church van.
You need a
Anybody
church
want to
van.
donate a van?
Let them know.
Serious. We on the radio. It's the time to ask.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's interesting. They used to give these little like comic book. You know what I'm talking about? They
Mm-hmm.
look like comic books. Those are my favorite
Mm-hmm.
because they always had different stories
And
that
scriptures and things.
yes.
Yeah.
And that I feel like was such a powerful thing for me when I was younger because I was into that. So
Mm-hmm.
it felt like I could connect with this. Okay, I understand the story better because they put it in a way that it makes sense to
Yeah,
me.
children can understand those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we need a lot of work in Niagara
Yeah.
County. We
It's
really do.
yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard. Even me at my church and my pastor just talking to her about like different things that we could do to bring kids into church
Mm-hmm.
and bring younger people, young adults into church. And I personally think is just talking more about things that are in the Bible that like that you can understand.
Relate to.
Real
Yes.
yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And putting, or even just doing stuff that's fun,
Mm-hmm.
but making sure that they understand the purpose
We need
of
the
it.
facility
Yeah.
for the thing because I will volunteer my time for kids,
Mm.
women, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we're here for, to help others.
Mm.
Yeah. I wish I did have my shop again because I used to get with the kids every Tuesday and Friday, and they were so interested in getting together, holding hands, and do their own little prayer. It was teaching them how to pray, it was teaching them the books in the Bible, and they enjoyed it.
Mm.
And then after an hour or so, we'll go over to Abbott's school,
Mhm.
walk the track because we all need exercise.
Right,
And
right.
so after that, then we'll go over to the playground and
Mm.
let them play. And I give them snacks, give them a snack and a juice, and I keep them in there. It's like, oh, it's time to go. They was like, oh, we ain't ready. I said, but I'm ready.
I gotta
Yes,
go.
2 hours. Yes. But yeah, I enjoyed that. So that's why I said if we had someone to volunteer space,
Mhm.
I would take the time out and spend a couple hours with the kids, teaching them something about the Bible.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff that you could do. I think
Yes.
even having like once the event center is set up here, maybe that's something that you could do on one of the days is
Yeah.
just especially because even just being here, like kids were just walking, like a lot of kids just walking up and down the blocks,
That's why I was on Main Street.
Yeah.
As soon as the kids let out, I talk to them and ask permission, and the parents will call me and they'll let the kids come and make sure they have a snack and stuff because
Mm.
they getting out of school. Kids is hungry, so I give them a snack and we get together, pray, and they the prayer
Mm.
it became deeper and deeper and deeper. And I was like, wow, look at God and how he's working with them. Because at first they'll say, bless my mother or my father in Jesus' name, amen.
Mm.
And then it started being longer and longer and longer. And I was like, wow, there's some serious praying.
Yeah.
So it was working.
Yeah.
But hey, I ain't have the space anymore.
I think yeah, it's definitely needed. I feel like when
Mhm.
I was more stressed out as a like young adult and a teenager and a kid than I am now as an adult, if that makes sense. And
Okay.
I feel like it's needed. Like,
Mhm.
you need that outlet cuz even just when I moved to Ohio when I was younger, one of the things me and my brother and my best friend did, we used to go to church all the time. Like they would have Wednesday church, we go to Wednesday church. They have church twice on Sunday, we go into both services.
You
But
better see.
yeah, we
Down
used to.
south, we went 7 days a week.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every day it was something we was going to. Now
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
scarce. Yeah.
And it's, and now as an adult, like I feel like, part of the responsibility falls on my generation and my mom's generation and stuff like that. And we just kind of just don't go as much as we should.
Yeah.
But I think
It's
for the
it's
kids it's
it's
definitely
just the town
needed. Yeah.
because mm, sad.
Yeah.
So sad. Oh, okay. Thank you for joining us. And we need more vendors for Fire 716.
Yes.
So if you're interested, call Frank and let him know, and he will have the space available for you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Until next time.